white neighbor not arrested. That has now changed. Let's go to it. Okay, this is called the perk walk right here. This is the individual who shot a mother who simply knocked on her door. That is it. The mother dead. The child was operating in good faith, told the mother what happened to her when a conflict between the child and an adult took place. The child says, "Mom, this is what happened." Mom goes knock on the door to talk to her. She gets shot through the door, dead, not even arrested until the coverage of the story. Let's put it up. You see the one with that beautiful smile? Well, she's the one no longer here. Following widespread anger and protest, the identity of the white neighbor who shot and killed 35-year-old mother of A.J. Owens has been revealed. And according to authorities, she was arrested on Tuesday. The Marion County Sheriff's Office says Susan Lawrence, 58, has been charged with manslaughter with a firearm, culpable negligence, battery, and 2 counts of assault. Keep the picture up. I have major problems. Yeah, me too, with these charges. Right, major problems with these charges. I'll give you the rest. Owens, a 35-year-old mother of 4, was killed Friday night in a shooting Sheriff Billy Wood said was the combination of 2.5 years of feuding between the neighbors. They lived in the rolling hills south of Ocala, a North Florida city that's near the heart of the state's horse country. Put up the sheriff, Billy Woods. In a Facebook video post late Tuesday, the sheriff said this was not a stand your ground case, but simply a killing. That's what he said, okay? He continues. Now, many of you were struggling to understand why there was not an immediate arrest. The laws here in the state of Florida are clear. Now, I may not like them, I may not agree with them, but however, those laws I will follow. Let me give you some background. According to the sheriff's office, evidence showed that over time, Lawrence had become angry over Owens' children playing in a field close to her apartment. On Friday night, the office said, the killer got into an argument with the children and was overheard yelling at them by a neighbor. During the argument, the office continued. The killer threw a roller skate at Owens' 10-year-old son and hit him in the toe. That is child abuse. You can't arrest him for child abuse. The boy and his 12-year-old brother then went to speak to Lawrence, and she opened a door, swung at them with an umbrella. They told their mother what happened. And Owens approached the killer's home, knocked on the door multiple times, demanded that she come outside. She then decided to fire one shot through the door, striking Owens in her upper chest. At the same time she was shot, Owens' 10-year-old son was standing right beside her, according to the sheriff's office. Now, the sheriff is citing a law that basically provides an emphasis on the other party. So the timing of this does not dictate. The timing of this is incorrect from the sheriff. Sheriff, I appreciate your words, sir, but you're wrong. You could have arrested that day. It allows it. You simply would have had to investigate thoroughly, but you could have arrested that day. You should have arrested that day. It's murder. I promise you, if someone you think is a gangster kills somebody in your community, you will not wait days later to arrest them and then tell the community you were elected to protect. I'm just following the law. So now we have a murder, but it's not being called a murder, right? It's not being called a murder. This is why I call BS on what the sheriff is saying. Manslaughter is a permeation of murder, but it is a derivative. It is not murder. This woman was murdered in front of her child. So here we go, Ricky. In order to get an arrest for a murder that's done in front of witnesses and in front of a child with an unarmed individual, it takes a national movement, reporting, advocacy, and then when you get the charge, you don't even get the charge that should apply. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's second-degree murder.
Yeah.
You know, and the feud had been going on. Child endangerment. I think if it was the other way around, she would have got arrested that night.
Yeah.
And then what I'm afraid of, we're looking at another Trayvon Martin situation. I'm sure by the time they make it to Fox News, they'll have $2 million in her bank account within the next 3 days, because they're going to find some kind of way to justify what she did to that woman. But what's going in our favor, Dr. Richie, is the witnesses.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that played a major part in the arrest or whatever. But it even should not have had to take that, because if the door is closed, how is your life in jeopardy if the door closed? Why didn't you call the police?
Right. And even when the sheriff first gave the statement, it said in the statement that this woman, the killer, had done these things to this child. She was free at the time. You literally admitted, Sheriff, in the report that at least the woman committed child abuse. You all still did not lock her up even for that. So miss me with this. We'll stay on top of it, bring you updates as they come.
You worried about where Devin is?